Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete, and podcaster and certified for high performance coach. Okay, let me make this a little smaller. There we go. There we go. Okay. Our live event. Oops, I put the wrong slide up. It's our virtual event today where we have 10 speakers and 15 talks, except today's a little bit different. I'm in need of a person to organize my events, both virtual and live. So if you're out there and you have that skill set and you would like to be a part of a thriving community, be a part of something special, making an impact and changing people's lives by transforming the high performance habits of clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, let us know at support@petekane.me. Okay, let's talk. I have the wrong one up there, so let's go right to, I'm going to try and keep this 5 minutes each because that's what our speakers do. 5 minutes, 3 points. All right, let's begin. All right, let me make myself smaller here. Hold on here. There we go. 49 days to think. All right, what happened 3.5 years ago is I had 49 days to think. It wasn't that I intentionally started 49 days to think, which I should have, but I didn't. Even 10 minutes to think would have been good. But having a stroke and forcing you to slow down and think, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to do in your life? How do you want to live your life? Are you more reactive or do you have intention? Do you have a mindset of impact? Do you want to give? Do you want to be a person of influence? We talk about being a key person of influence because if you have influence, you can make an impact. So in the world that we live today, which is global, doing it online is very important because you're thinking big, you're thinking scale, you're thinking making the biggest impact you can. And locally is good, but globally is better. So if you think that you can scale your business, you think you can make an impact, and you don't know how, you're at the right place at the right time. We're going to give you a few things on this hour and a half that I spend with you. And I'm going to try and keep it at 5 minutes for each one so I can give you a flow of our 5-minute philosophy. 5 minutes, 3 points. We do that on our live event, which will be coming next Saturday at Grace Church, where we have speakers that you can learn from. Last event we did just 3 weeks ago, we had some amazing speakers. Savannah Rose Johnson. We had Kimberly Haas, Alicia Tedisco, all talked about that important topic of serving, of being yourself, of living a life of impact. And those are the kind of things when you surround yourself with those individuals. Wanda Pearson, who is an author, a speaker, and she's poured in to the lives of women. And you have these type of people that can help you. We all learn from each other, but we're learning at a live event on a stage for 5 minutes, 3 points. So you learn the flow of a 5-minute presentation and making 3 points to your community, because we build thriving communities, but your community is in a bigger community. As you grow, the community grows. As you get better, the community gets better. As you make an impact, the community makes an impact. That's the advantages of thinking. So I had a chance to be grateful. Brenda Bouchard calls it, they think, motivation, mortality motivation. And when you look death in the mirror and you survive, it changes you. Ask anybody that's had a near-death experience. You think differently. And then when you think differently, if you approach it with, I want to make an impact. I want to live every day like it's the last. I do because I have had that. If we think that, we are more present. We're more intentional about making an impact. We're more connecting to the people that are around us. We're active listeners. We have more grace. We have more passion for life. But it takes intention. It takes being around people that you can be around in a thriving community. And then when you reflect, which I do every single day, because I get up, I drink my water, I then journal, I think, I read, I listen to Growth Day, the 5 to Thrive, and I have Brenda Bouchard coaching me because one of the 5 to Thrive is the best in the industry, in the world, coaching you. That's the opportunity you have. And it grows your vision because it doesn't just fall out of the sky. You have to intentionally motivate yourself. But if you do it with people you know, like, and trust, and you do it with a person who's been doing it 20 plus years, has a community, several 100,000 people, 70 countries, 70, then you have a chance to change, to grow, to approach your life differently. Okay. I don't know. I'm looking at the clock, I think. All right. Digital marketing, podcasting to high performance coaching. Before my stroke, I had a small digital marketing agency. Probably gave me a stroke, but that's a different story. But you can pivot in life. No matter whether you're retiring and you need to repack your bags, you go through a health scare and you have to be grateful. Well, you don't have to, but you become more grateful. You lose a job and you have to start looking, or you get laid off, or something happens. You go through a divorce, you go through a bankruptcy, whatever it is, you have a chance to restart. And it takes a step forward. I always like to say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Step in to your new journey. Step in to growing. Step in to a thriving community. We'll have many opportunities for you to do that. For me, it started when my partner said, couldn't do digital marketing anymore. Not that I wanted to, but I couldn't. And he mentioned podcasting. He said, you like golf, do golf podcasting. So I started. I had to learn how to talk. I had to learn because half my face was drooping. And you have to learn when you lose half of your body, it affects your whole body. But you have to learn to do something that you weren't aware of, like walking, talking, go in the bathroom, showering, all that stuff you have to relearn. So you got to restart and you got to focus on what's good. One, that you're alive. And when you're grateful, it fills your heart. And when you are surrounded, like I was at Shepherd, with the most incredible people, I found myself stepping into a thriving community. I found myself stepping into people that were pouring into me to help me come back. Family, friends, Shepherd. It just was overwhelming love and impact that it made. And that's what I want to pour back into you by creating a thriving community, by podcasting. I get to learn every single podcast I do. It's crazy because the stories you learn, the people you meet, the ability to shine a person's story out to the world is a beautiful thing. And every single time I learn. So I've been on 3.5 plus, little over 3.5 years of learning through podcasting, learning through impact, learning from resetting in all major areas. And when you reset and you start on a new journey, you're stepping into that journey. And it's led to be, our community is we call HP5, which is high performance 5 high performance habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Combined with 7-11-4, which is Daniel Priestley's 7-11-4, 7 hours people got to get to know you. It will never change. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, but it has to happen online now because we're global. I meet you, I'm going to check you out. And if you allow me to go on a journey with you, like, you can search me, you can go on a journey. You may not like me, but you can. There's enough out there for you to determine whether you wanted to get to know me and trust me with your future, with the magic is in you and anything's possible. It's up to you. You're just surrounding yourself with a high performance coach, with a community of impact, with a strategy. Because if you have a strategy, the world is your oyster. But if you're reflecting and responding, if you're responding to things and you're just reacting to life instead of creating your life, you won't have as an abundant future as you can, as possible. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This right here changed the way I thought about life. I heard Brendan Bouchard 12 years ago when Barbara Hemphill invited me to San Francisco. I was already in LA with her and we were doing a project with her. And I went up and heard him speak for a weekend. He did the whole weekend. I was blown away how anybody could deliver that much value for an entire weekend. There was nobody else, one person. And absolutely knocked my socks off. And I understood impact. I understood personal development. I'd always believed in it, always read books, always listened to tapes. But it was something different about his seminar. I think it was Experts Academy. But I lost track. My ADD must have kicked in and active brain doing all kinds of things. Then on the Ed Milet show, he said, Growth Day, largest personal development community in the world. I searched it, I got it, I applied it. I started to do that every single day. So every day I had the 5 to thrive. Every day I was getting better. Every day I upgraded to the next level because I wanted to move faster than most. Then I decided my community, which I was looking to build a thriving community, needed Growth Day, needed a certified high performance coach that practiced the 5 high performance habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. So I get certified, I hire a coach. I hire a coach first, and then I get certified and I meet another coach, and that coach takes me for 6 months, Mark Matthews, for 6 months. I had him coaching me through my mess, through my journey, and gave me the transformation that I just fell in love with. So I've had other coaches. I keep getting better and transformed, and I help others do the same. So with Growth Day, let me just do a commercial break. You always got to have commercials. What the heck? Hey, this isn't TV, but it's YouTube. Okay. Go to pkane.me/growth day if you want to try it for 7. He said 14 days the other day. Maybe it's 14. I thought it was 7. But whatever it is, you can have Brendan pour it into you each day, and you can do the 5 to Thrive. You can create a morning routine. It's kind of like fueling your rocket for the day. Motivation comes from within, and how you feed yourself can determine that motivation, can determine how you develop personally, how you grow. Because the 4 human drivers, which we may cover in this, are aliveness, connection, meaningful purpose, and growth. Growth, personal growth. If you're growing and you're excited, stop growing, you start to go south. So we do the 5 to Thrive. We have a library of learning, and journaling has changed everything for me. I was on drugs, legal, but I still was on drugs, legal speed, Adderall. That was my way to try to stay focused. But when I had major problems with it, it wasn't. Whether it was depression, when I tried to get off of it, when I crashed and couldn't manage because I didn't have the skills to manage a life without it. I even went back on it after my stroke. Mistake. But I'm pretty convincing. And I convinced the people that would provide that. I convinced. So anyway, my problem, but it all of a sudden the train hit me, and it wasn't a good one. But I haven't been on in 2.5 years. Not quite 2.5 years. February 17th was the last time I took a pill. But here's why I'm saying that. I've improved my focus through journaling. So my Adderall is journaling. It's a little bit better on your brain. I get such clarity. I journal in the morning. I journal in the afternoon. I journal at night. I've got like 20 some journals I've completed in my 3.5 years. It's been the absolute best way to stay focused. So when you look at clarity as the number one high performance habit, journaling will help you get there. Just pull a $1 notebook out and just start writing. Get your thoughts out of your head. You get 12 to 60,000 thoughts. I heard from my pastor, David Black, 35,000 options every day. So that's what we're putting our brain through. How are you going to stay sane? How are you going to stay clear? How are you going to have a better vision for yourself if you got all those thoughts in there? Most of the time, they're replaying the thoughts of the past. You can't drive your car looking at the rearview mirror. You got to look to the future, the brighter future. And that can happen by exercising and starting journaling. We have a gift for you, the gift of journaling. Just take that, pkane.me, put the word journaling right behind it. And we have a gift for you, my 5-week course on journaling. Activate it, start journaling, start getting more clear about your life, where you want to go. Get your thoughts. It could be ideas. It could be thoughts about the day. I reflect on the day before, the day I just had. I reflect on the ideas. I want to flush something out. I write about it. And if you would have told me I'd be a writer like that, this is a guy that flunked English in high school, didn't even graduate until the summer. And it was English I failed. And now, a couple books later, and I write 20 plus journals I have my red journal, I have my big Brendan Bouchard, see here, bigger journal. So journaling will help you get off maybe whatever you think you need to stay focused, whatever. This isn't, I'm not telling you to get off Adderall. That's up to you and your doctor. But try journaling to allow yourself better clarity. Clarity makes a difference. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Let me take this off, but get journey. Okay. So thoughts on that? Yeah, I haven't even been through these. So I think I journal, I plan, and I implement. That's my strategy. I do drink water as soon as I get up, but I think I love now to think. And that will serve you as we get into crazy change that's coming with AI. Thinking is going to be your friend. Critical thinking will allow you to navigate through rapidly changing world. And if you start journaling about it, you get those thoughts out of your head into a piece of paper. Something magical, but with writing it out and seeing it and just expressing yourself through writing. I do both digital journal with Growth Day and a physical journal. But I go on the porch. I do a podcast, Pete on the Porch. Executive Director, Ellison Grace Bear, my granddaughter, 11 years old. She is amazing. And so she's been helping me transition to, because technology is technology. That's why when we put a program together, we want the youth to combine with the adults. Wisdom versus technology savvy. Together, you're better. And together, I'm better on my Pete on the podcast because we use a mic. We use things that I'm not familiar with. We still do StreamYard like we're doing here, but it's done through our phone. It's done through a mic. So as she helps me through and coaches and helps me, we're able to deliver more podcasts on the move. Jay Tubb is a client, and his podcast is on, let me think, Traveling with Jay. I think I got it right, man. My dyslexia will flip words, but Traveling with Jay, where he has 40 years of holistic. His journey is 40 years of pouring in to holistic living. You can learn it in 4 months. Do you want 40 years or 4 months? That's the advantages of hiring a person that's done it, that can help you shorten the curve. You don't have 40 years to learn holistic. You got to learn faster because the world's changing. We talk about AI speed. We talk about Jeff Bourgeois, who has an AI agency, will help you move faster through whatever you're doing and get more done. I have a team, Trexa and Rolando, in the Philippines. They give me such confidence because they do what they do best. I do what I do best. I podcast, I create courses, and I coach, high performance coach people through transformation. The rest is Trexa and Rolando. So I can quickly stay focused on what I do best and let them do the rest. That's the advantage of a team. There's no such thing as a solo entrepreneur. It's a team sport. Build your team. build your team. Together, you're better. So that's part of, I talk with them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I talk to Trexa, and both of them on Monday and Wednesday. I talk to Trexa because she's the team leader on Tuesday and Thursday. But together, we're better. They're amazing what they do. Amazing. They're what allow me to do what I love to do. Okay. Not really following this 5 minutes. I tried to set a timer. I'm going to have to rethink how I do things but this is just to give you a sense of 5-minute presentations. I want a timer, but I'm doing the whole thing. Okay. Are you stuck on the busy bus? I want you to think about this. A bus ride is usually noisy and it makes lots of stops. If you can get on the purpose plane, it goes to one place. Now, if you have stopovers, but it's going to where you want to go. So if I want to go to LA, I buy a ticket to LA. If I can buy a bus ticket to LA, it's going to stop at 100 places along the way. So this, I want you to think about. Be more intentional about knowing where you want to go, that clarity, that vision of your life. If you can eliminate your distractions, because you're going to get them, but what kind of skills can you develop that'll help you do without the noise? Because the more you can be focused and be clear about your future, the less distractions will get you off course. Get on the purpose plane and get to the destination that you're going. It's quieter on a plane than it is a bus, not as much noise. And the main thing is you get there faster. And when you're clear about your future, you're going to get there faster. So clarity, working on that clarity muscle is part of the journey. All right, let me go to the next one. Trust drives business. We know that. People buy from people. People buy from people. They don't buy from companies. Look at the people on the screen. Shaq. He's got probably about 30 companies worth, I think, $1 billion. You know Shaq, but you don't know all the companies he runs because people buy from people. That's why he's a spokesman for at least a half a dozen companies, because he's trusted and he's the front person and he creates the online journey. So when you see him, you trust him and you do business with him. Same with you. If you're building your company, shift to being a key person of influence. You have to get people to know, like, and trust you online. That's why we'll talk about 7-Eleven-4 all the time. Because if you allow people to go on a journey with you, 7 hours, 11 buying signals, 4 platforms, they know, like, and trust you. Because every person has about 150 people that they know, like, and trust. You have to go on a journey to get through that, or they have to go on a journey with you to get into that know, like, and trust relationship wheel. And when you do that, the brain just shifts, because your brain, and I know, having to rewire half of my brain, I know the journey, and I've been focused on that. I don't drink. I don't watch TV like that. Well, I occasionally, but I've given up social media, alcohol, TV, all just to test how my brain reacts. And it's been the best thing. I mean, I was always a social drinker. I love it. A beer after golf, are you kidding me? That is the best. But I decided that it didn't serve me. And I didn't realize the clarity I got from not having the alcohol consumption without getting the social media consumption. Because if the stats are right, which they are, we were 2 to 3 hours that we're consuming social media. We're making judgments. We're saying, do I like it? Do I comment on it? Do I share it? So if you're making that every single day, 1,000, you're fatiguing your brain and you're not allowing it to work like it works best. And that's why I'm kind of struggling to even get back on social media. I'll establish some boundaries at some point, but I've enjoyed so much not looking at my phone, not doing anything, not consuming. Yes, I've missed a few things, and I'll get back and do a little bit, but my brain needed a break, and I gave it a break, and I saw the benefits of the clarity I got. So when you look at these personalities, people buy from people, people connect with people emotionally. That's why you can't connect with a company. Can you emotionally connect with Nike? No. That's why you got Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods when he was with Nike, Roger Federer, Serena Williams, and the list goes on. They have personalities, people that they promote. You have the general just do it, but you don't get emotional like, oh man, I know that Nike person. No, I want to be like Mike. And so you put those Air Jordans on, you feel like you can slam dunk, fly through the air because you feel the person. You know the person. You know what that person has accomplished. And when you put those Air Jordans on, you have that feeling that you can do what Mike did. So you want to be like Mike. So just whatever the person is, just look at the people out there. You buy from people. All right. We talk about this and we mention this. This is why we do a virtual summit, because we do HP5, which is high performance 5, which is clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. But look at that fifth word, influence. It's in Brenda Bouchard's book, High Performance Habits. It's a major part of Daniel Priestley's book, Key Person of Influence. And when you look at 7-11-4, what that means is the world's global now. You can work from anywhere. I can coach from anywhere. I can create from anywhere. And the opportunity for you is look at your profile. Search yourself, whether it's YouTube, search yourself on Google, search yourself on AI, whatever it is. Then search me and put the word podcast in there because that's kind of like my middle initial. There's a lot of Pete Gaines, but there's only one that podcasts as much as that. That's why when you search it, you'll see more than 7 hours, quite a bit more. But you'll have a chance to get to know, like, and trust. And you have to consume 7 hours of a person, make 11 buying signals, meaning raising your hand. I'm interested in knowing more. Buy a book, listen to a podcast, attend a webinar, whatever it is, showing interest in somebody. You're on that journey of 7-11-4. When you see them on 4 different platforms, a webinar is one, a workshop could be one, a book's one, a podcast is one, YouTube videos one, whatever, 4 different platforms, the brain just magically shifts to know, like, and trust. Then you've gone on that journey and like, and trust is the most important, and it's online because that's your global opportunity. And you look at the 5 P's: pitch, profile, product, presentation, and partnerships. Buy the book. Buy Daniel Priestley's book. Oops, I have this up. Oh, I have that up there. Anyway, so 7-11-4, that's a major part. We have 2 pillars: high performance habits, the 5, We call him the HP5. And Daniel Priestley, 711-4. Know those two, your future is bright. All right. Next. This is really what I've just shared a little bit with, but we podcast to get to know people, to put a digital asset out there. Assets are what you want to build, whether it's a book, a workbook, a podcast. Create assets, plant seeds. If you go out there, you'll see a lot of seeds that I've planted. Done over 400 podcasts. I've done over 1,000 videos. Just create assets. Publishing, a book allows a person to get to know you. And if you write a book like Key Person of Influence or High Performance Habits, it's another way for people to get to know you. It's an asset. They'll be selling books till forever. Write it once and be able to have people enjoy it forever. And then thriving communities. We know the advantages of community, but if you get around a thriving community, people that want to make an impact, people that want to challenge themselves, to grow, it's magical because the people you learn from, the people you surround yourself will allow you to level up your ability to be a person of impact. Level up, even with the peer group we have, level up your peer group that Brendan has. And it's basically a strategy of connection. Everything is going to be a process and a strategy. Work on your strategy, not so much your outcome, because your outcome could be way off. Look at Steve Ballmer. He was CEO of Microsoft. He was focused on shareholder value, and he missed so much opportunity. So if you're thinking that I got to bring shareholder value and you miss the bigger opportunity, which he did, because as soon as he retired, Microsoft went from, I don't know how many billion in valuation to now 2 trillion. The current CEO shifted the thinking, had a different strategy, and it paid off. But that's just, the past is the past. The future is bright. Understanding, learning from others, challenge yourself. Dr. Benjamin Hardy, I'm just reading his book. Hold on, give you this. The Science of Scaling. And he talks about how the framework, how your floor, how you as a person could have a goal and you're just focusing on that outcome, that goal, but that might limit you, and it will, because you're going to be focused on that instead of what's possible and always challenging your thinking. And his community is part of scaling. So he's going to challenge your thinking. Great book. Read it. Okay, let me go on to the next one. All right. We're all about generating leads, creating cash flow, and building thriving communities. We generate leads by demand. So every podcast I put out there, I'm working towards the demand, putting enough out there that people can know, like, and trust you. Being aware of your cash flow, I didn't. And as a result, went bankrupt because I didn't focus on cash flow. And you have to, because cash flow is like the blood to your business. And if you don't focus on it, like, you could get in business and get a big expensive website, all these brochures, and they haven't had one client yet. And what will that do? It's backwards. You got to flip it. Get your clients first, get your cash flow going, then you can add to it. That's what Jay Cunningham said at Superior Plumbing, of which if Jay shifts to him being the spokesperson, not Superior Plumbing, he'll serve his company even better in the future because people connect from people. But when Jay started years and years ago, they didn't have social media. Social media changed that. And now when he said he had to crawl to walk to run. He didn't start out being all over the city. He just kept putting money back into building his company. Then he built the brand of his company. But now, Jay, if you're listening or somebody knows him, share it with them because people buy from people now with social media. So when I see Superior Plumbing all over the place, yes, that has built up a brand and he's done a fantastic job. Now be a spokesperson. Now be out there. Let people get to know you. They'll know you through your personality. If you do it correctly, which you can and you will because of just what you've accomplished, just make that little shift because the world is global now. People want to know how you built your business and they connect with you because you're a person. And thriving communities, it's what we do here. We do live events. We do coffee time, questions and answers. We do a workshop. We always want to we do enough and we always pour into our community because you learn from each other. Together, you're better. And together, we have this Key Person of Influence magazine, which you as a key person of interest, this is me at Shepherd. That was the first outing that I got a chance to get out. I'd been cooped up in there for a while. I was there 39 days and it was wonderful. But being outside is incredible. That's why I do Pete on the porch, and I'm always spending time on the porch, watching the birds, the bees, the sunrise, the sunset each day. It's magical. And this day was magical. That's a precious picture for me. That's my team, my thriving community at Shepherd. That's my team that helped me in my journey. And inside of there is podcast stories. So you put your magazine together with key strategic partners. You all know who you trust in business and you surround yourself with a team. So when you're bringing yourself to help a person, you're bringing a whole team of people you know, like, and trust. And it's in a magazine, so you can hand it to them. This is my team. Should you need any of these people, there's a podcast in there. There's a story in there written out so they can get to know them and they can go on their journey. Maybe they don't need to. They need somebody fast, but they leverage you because they trust you. They don't know the people in the magazine, but they know you because you are a key person of influence and they trust you. So that's why we put you on that magazine. Okay. Leads change lives. Supply and demand. I was just at Costco last night, and my daughter said, man, no matter when you go, there's always people there. That was an interesting, I thought about that afterwards. I said, yeah, it's always busy. They have mastered demand. How'd they do it? Limited supply, high turnover, the products they put in there turn fast. And when they slow down, they get rid of them. The rotisserie chicken's are way in the back. The produce is way in the back. You got to go through. And as you go through, you buy because it's such incredible value. Their hot dog has been the same price for 8 years, $1.50. That's at the front so people you can have, and eat something either, before you leave or just know that you get extreme value. That's why the lines, they do such incredible business and people sign up every year as a membership because they know the value that they get. They have mastered demand and they control supply. they don't have 15 items like a grocery store. They may have one item of a category. And if you want the value of that, and it's usually a bestseller, you're going to buy it. So they control supply, have the best value because of buying power. They're the number one seller of wines. They're probably number one seller of all kinds of things because they have the demand. People come there, know that they're going to get great value. Man, when you see something of great value, you buy it. And you may not have thought that, but you go get a rotisserie chicken and you walk out with 7 other items. And in most cases, it's 20 other. You look at the carts, they're full. They're full because great value. Their meats, all the items that go bad fast, it's going to be in the back. You got to go through you got to go through the clothes and you're going to see a special on this, good value on this, and then you buy that. So their average ticket, I have no idea what it is, but it's high because they have mastered leads. And you have to master it in your business. Leads change lives. Master the demand in your business, your life will change. You'll have a brighter future. Who you've heard me say 7-11 for. 7 is Roger Dunbar. 7 hours. People have to consume 7 hours of you to start the journey of know, like, and trust. Because today it's online. It's so easy to pick up your phone and search. What does the world say about Roger Dunbar? What does the world say about Pete Kane? Search. And if you allow people to go on a journey with you and they make 11 buying signals, then the brain just switches to know, like, and trust. So look at your profile, look at mine. The gap between the two are your opportunity. The magic is in you and anything's possible through a strategy. A strategy. All right, let me go to the 11. People buy stuff, 11 interactions. This is a 0 moment of truth by Google. And it basically says that when people can search you, they will. They want to see what the world says about you. And they do it 11 times. They're on that journey of know, like, and trust. And when that happens and they see you on 4 different platforms, and I'm going to go right to it because I might move a little faster, then the brain just shifts. Because we've said it before, your brain can't, information's doubling every minute now with AI. Your brain can't handle all that information. It's trying because we don't have things set up to prioritize what we think about. So we're always getting too much information. That's why we talk about journaling so much. But when you read and journal, you're getting to know the person. So this is a way, 4 different platforms. A magazine could be a platform. Your key person of influence could be a platform. Podcasts, an assessment, a waiting list. They're all different platforms. Do a 7-11 transformation with people, and they know, like, and trust you because the brain will just switch. All right, let's go to the next one. We have 6 major trends. There's actually a couple more, but this is the major ones that I want to share with you. Digital asset trend. Everything's a digital asset now. We have a digital currency, AI, Bitcoin. I mean, not AI, but we have crypto trend, which is Bitcoin. That's digital. Entrepreneurial. It's never been easier. You can establish a YouTube channel as a media center. Look at the popularity of podcasting. Who listens to traditional news anymore? They certainly don't listen like they used to in the past. That influence is declining rapidly because they've lost the trust of us. And when you lose the trust in business, your reputation, you have no influence. So when you look at podcasting as a way for people to get to know you, and that's entrepreneurial trend, and you look at the mobile trend, because there's a 1.5 billion people that have mobile access. If you look at what Elon Musk is doing with Starlink, the globe will be connected. So anybody can pick up this video anywhere in the world if they have an internet connection and a mobile phone, and they're going to have it because I think 95% of the world is now connected, and over 1 billion people have a mobile device to listen to your stuff. So be aware of that opportunity and personal development. As we get into AI, and the world is going to change, it already is. The train has left the track. And I like to say, you can be like Blockbuster and get run over and done, or you can be like Netflix, who got on the train and rode it. Your choice. But navigating this rapid change is going to require us to practice high performance habits, to master high performance habits. And and I'll put this up on the screen. I think I can. Hold on here. There we go. Connect. Where is it? I think. Okay. I know I had. There it is. Go to pkane.me/connect. We have a free course for you, a $300 digital 12 sessions based on the high performance habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Mastery part, the second part of it, 7-section persuasion, physiology, psychology, persuasion, mastery, purpose mastery, productivity mastery. And you master productivity. Wow. We batch time in our community. We teach it. And we do 3 days in one, 3 mini days. I manage my days I get 3 days in one. Imagine what you can do if you're doing 3 days and your competitor is still working off of 24 hours. They're doing 1 day. You'll smoke them. It's just a fact. Do 3, it's like getting on a Porsche and they're on a bicycle. Who's going to win the race? So, understanding the mastery part. I do 3. I have 3 blocks that I do, and that's a podcast for another day. But personal development is your key. You can get the $300 course. Use the word gift. Go to pkane.me/connect. And that's my gift to you. And then another gift comes when you hit session 7. Once you've gone through the 5 high performance habits and you hit persuade, physiology, mastery, it's going to activate an invitation to join a live group coaching community. Live group coaching community. Because we want you to succeed. Because the more you can lean into personal development, the brighter future that you'll have. Okay. So just another one. This is one of our big events. We do virtual and live events. Next Saturday is our live event at Grace Church. You can connect with us at pkane.me/connect. Sign up. If you want to be a speaker, be on my podcast first. Let me get to know you. Let me introduce you to our community. Let me connect you with people. Let me show you the bright future that's ahead by being a part of a thriving community, being focused on being a key person of influence, practicing the high performance habits. The future is bright. Woo! Relationship wheel. I woke up at 1 o'clock last night. I felt something on me. I don't know if I was dreaming or what, but I couldn't get back to bed. It's been a weird one. But I'll go to the gym after this, and then I have a podcast at 11. So, and then I have another training at 1, and maybe another podcast in the afternoon. When you do 3 days in one, it's magical. The relationship wheel, let me see, level up no, wait, this is KSP, key person of influence. So if you take connect, I think you can get to it this way. Put KSP, key strategic partner. KSP, key strategic partner. This is what we teach in our community. The relationship wheel, you want to put your network together. The single biggest and most valuable asset is your network. Nurture it. It's the goose that lays the golden egg, and be strategic at how you put it together. I think I have another slide here. Yes, right here. And this is how you do it. You take 12 categories, and then you take 3 in each category. These are 12 strategic, relevant to your business that you can further that relationship with. So you're building a community for yourself and your business, and you do it with people you know, like, and trust. So when you bring a community, a team to a presentation, you're going to be so much better than the person that does it by themselves, like 100-fold. All right. This is the gift of learning. When you get to the high performance habit of, once you finish that habit of influence, it's going to activate this to further your journey, because you're going to be with 10 people that want to make an impact, that want to be a key person of influence. 5 of our wonderful veterans, 5 of our veterans, they have served you and me. We need to pour back into them. And you get a chance to understand the mindset of a patriot, the mindset of a person that has sacrificed his life and his family's, or her life and her family for you. And understanding that sacrifice will change the way you think about the world. And when you are around 5 youth, you'll get things done faster. That's just like my granddaughter. She just, I don't know if I told you this, but I was trying to work out StreamYard and the podcasting on Pete on the porch. I spent a half hour trying to get my camera right. And I said, no more time. I'm gonna get Ellison to show me. And she did in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. She went on my phone, and I said, what? And she went back and showed me. Now I know what to do, because our youth, our future, empowering our leaders of the future is our bright future for you and me. I'm 68, Ellison's 11, and she is amazing with technology. Our youth is growing up with it. We're kind of on the backside of it, baby boomers. So be in a community with youth, be in a community with veterans, be in a community with 10 people who want to be key person of influence, want to make an impact, and want to do it together, because you're going to go through 12 sessions, 12 weeks, 1 hour, and you're going to do it. We're going to invite you as a gift so you can feel in the transformation of learning and high performance habits, and doing it with the mindset of a key person of influence, because we all want to build our influence. All right, Podcasting Academy. I love this. It's called the KPI Academy now. So we even have an academy. Yes, crazy. Because I was just in Costco last night. I was talking to a couple of people. I won't mention their name because, I don't want to get them in trouble. They were wonderful. They were personable. They talked, and I said, we had a great conversation, and I invited them to be on my podcast. And we were talking about Podcasting Academy, and we were talking about conversation engagement. I wear 2 color shoes. You can't see them, but people that know me, I have a blue shoe and a red shoe. And the reason I do it, for conversation, just to talk to people. I want to have meaningful conversations when I'm out. And people will say, hey, what's with 2 color shoes? Do you realize you have them on, or something like that? And I say, yes, I do. But thank you for noticing. I have a matching pair at home, but I can't get them together. So then we'll have a conversation. It's about conversations. It's about meaningful conversation, meaningful connection. I'm not so busy I can't talk to people. I love talking to people. I love being curious. Maybe podcasting has really exercised that muscle. Yeah, because I love it. I could do it all day long. But we have an academy for our community to learn it fast, to learn it effectively, and to leverage my 3.5 years of 400 podcasts so I can shorten your learning curve. Instead of 3.5 years, we can do it in 3 months. So your choice. We love it. We'll get you that, but be a part of our community. All right. We do this after each podcast. We'll do a custom thumbnail. We'll professionally write the notes. We'll get your episode up on Spotify, and we'll do 2 promotional short form videos for $27. So the podcast is free. When you want us to add to it, let me see. Did somebody say, oh man, thank you. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Whoever that is, I appreciate it. Let me see if I can. I think I can. No. Oh, I don't know this person. I don't know her, but thank you for the thumbs up. I love it. I love feedback. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you want to be a guest on my podcast, I'd love to have you. Go to pkane.me. Just drop the connect off there. You can go and see in the connect and see what we're all about and get the free course, but I'd love to have you on the podcast. I love meeting new people. I love connecting people to our community. I love showing people, helping them in the transformation that's possible. The future is bright with that strategy. But this is $27 where we just really pour your podcast on steroids, your story on steroids. So when people search you, they get a chance to get to know you. All righty. Let me see if I can go on. I'm pumped. Thank you. Thank you we even have a brand ambassador program. What that means is we would rather give back to our community than to advertise the way maybe ads and stuff like that. So the magazine's one, the coaching, we have 3 coaching levels, and I'll talk in them in just a minute, but we allow people to earn and grow, be a part of the community by helping promote people in the community. And each time you do, we want to help you with your cash flow. Cash flow is important, and everybody's working together to help each other. I'm going to shorten it down just a little bit. Okay, so here is, I think this is the next to last. I'm just a little bit short of the hour and a half. I didn't realize I need my sleep. And when you're getting up at 1 o'clock and you can't get back to sleep and you're reading and you're doing all kinds of stuff, I'm feeling it right now. So I'm going to the gym after this, so I'll get back some of that energy. But here's the 3 levels. Building a thriving community of freedom. We want freedom for you. Freedom for work, freedom personally, freedom, whatever your spiritual level is, lean into it. Have time to develop it. Have time for your loved ones. Have time for your family. And you can get it in our community because I'm having the time of my life. I'm on the porch half the day. I'm either calling people, reading, writing, doing a podcast. It's listening to the birds, the bees, and the hummingbirds. It's crazy good. But we have a gold community. That's the AI speed. There's only 4 spots there. And that you have to qualify for. That requires 6 figures in your personal earning or $1 million in revenue in your business. We want people that are really on the move, and we can just move you at AI speed. The middle silver program, that's the sweet one, because I coach you twice a month on the high performance habits. So I coach you on the 12 sessions twice a month. Then twice a month, we're working on your content like J-Tub. So twice a month, we're working on that strategy, getting his podcast going, getting his community going, and creating the content. So I touch you in coaching 4 times a month for a minimum. I mean, it's crazy value. Right now it's 1,000. It's probably going to stay there. I like that. I like a sweet spot for you to get started. I don't want to make it so expensive you can't get started, but that's the program right now. And the silver is kind of like, we call it the Shark Tank plan. That's partnership. That's once a month for an hour, and then once a month for a half hour. So it's a 12-month journey. And for the ones that we feel are making a big impact and we do a win-win situation, it's a partnership. As part of Daniel Priestley's 5 Ps. So that's our bronze program. And if you look at it, we do 7, 11, 4. We reverse it because of my dyslexia. So we have 7 spots there. We have 11 in the silver program, actually 10 now. And we have 4 platforms, 4 people in the one-on-one every week. And we're going to move fast. And I have our team that comes together with you. So 10 hours a week is devoted to you. The team is devoted to you. That's how we can work at AI speed. And that's, if anybody's interested in that, you can sign up at petekane.me/connect right here. Or if you like, I'm not sure of my strategy, I need a strategy session. You'll be able to get a strategy session. I have a group strategy session. I have individuals, depending on availability. But just go to petekane.me/SS. All righty. I think I am finished. Oh, yes. No, I'm not. So anybody that wants to get involved in our high performance coaching at either a bronze, silver, or gold level, if you do it by 9:00 tomorrow, that's Saturday night. You do it by 9:00 tomorrow, there's a special bonus. You get access to every digital course that I've created. You can also get other bonuses that you'll see once you do it. But I want to give you an incentive to act. I want to reward you for being decisive, because the world is changing and the future is bright, but you got to activate it. If you sit and wonder, then you'll be the blockbuster. You're going to get run over by the train. But if you hop on the train and you get going, your opportunities like Netflix. So thank you so much. Thank you for the person that gave me a thumbs up on Facebook. I appreciate you. I think I can find out the name here. All right. Araba Islam. Thank you, Araba. I'm dyslexic, so sometimes names are not as easy for me. But thank you for doing that, for liking. I appreciate that. And we'll have our live event next Saturday. So we're putting together our live event. If you want to be a speaker, reach out to me. You have my phone number because you've been on my podcast, so call me. All right. Pete Kane, be bold, make an impact,